But if you go to Acts 1:9, Jesus is now, he has already taken the fire, he's the sacrifice, and now he is ascending. And when he had spoken these things, my word, for 40 days, he walked around and taught them about the kingdom. And here they didn't really understand the kingdom. But this is what happened. While they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him. Okay. Natural clouds on the earth is water drops coming down. It is not talking about the natural clouds. He's talking about the cloud that was formed into the heavenly realm that is preparing for the glory cloud to eventually come down to earth. We need to get the realms and understand what cloud he is talking about. Now, in Acts 2:25, Peter explains, where did he go when the cloud received him? Remember, the cloud received him. And if I think about receiving, I think about it's people. People receive you or people reject you. A cloud cannot. I can slice through the clouds. They don't receive or reject anything. They're busy with water. They're in another realm. So what he's talking about is a cloud of people. Now, in Acts 2:25, Peter is preaching and he says, for David speaketh concerning him, I foresaw the Lord always before my face. Oh my word, Jesus Christ is the face of God. And what David did, why Jesus was called the Son of David, this is the reason. He foresaw that. He stepped into another realm. He tapped into that. And this is why he resembles literally the third day, because he says, I'm a tree replanted by Eden. On the third day, God prepared plants before there was a sun. This is all spiritual. And here David says, I foresaw the Lord. Now the Bible is awesome because it's all patterns. It's previews of what's coming, foreshadowing, prophesying, parables, telling us what's coming, preparing us for the patterns. So if you want to understand the Bible, you must understand the patterns. And if you get the patterns, these things will just open, because it's like, do you know that DNA is patterns? And this is literally God's fingerprint on creation. This is how everything is created. Now, David, he stepped into something that's beyond his realm. And in the natural, he was earthy, but he stepped into something that is beyond the natural. This is why we have Hebrews 12 that speaks about people in the old, and we call them heroes of faith, while faith only came with Christ. So what happened is these guys stepped right in and they tapped into this cloud that we need to get and understand. And he says, I foresaw the Lord always before my face, for he is on my right hand, and I should not be moved. What? He literally saw Christ ascending into heaven, seated at the right hand, and he said, I shall not be moved. I just love it. I remember when I got married, as I stood in front of the pulpit with quivers, I was always scared I was going to get a short man. All I could think of, oh my God, this man is taller than me. And he was on my right hand. I felt so safe. I felt so, I've arrived to what God has for me on this earth. It was like, I can't explain that feeling. But now, Christ is on our right hand because he is seated at the right hand. And Ephesians 2 verse 6 says, we are seated with him. What? We are seated with him in heaven. Okay, where's heaven? Where's heaven? It's not a planet, guys. It's a realm. It's not somewhere we're going to go to when we die in the sweet by and by, somewhere beyond the blue. It's not going to be that. It is something that we have to understand and know that this place is the place that God prepared for us. I like Job. Every time you have any revelation, go check it in Job. You'll find it there. He says, he holdeth back the face of his throne, and he spreadeth his cloud about it. What? The throne, the cloud surrounds the throne. We are seated in heavenly places. He's on the right, oh my word, on his right hand. And the cloud is, doesn't Hebrews 12 say, we are surrounded with a cloud of witnesses? What on earth does that mean? The throne is surrounded. Where is heaven now? Come on, guys. Jesus said, no one has seen the Father. That is beyond heaven, except he that comes from heaven, which is the realm above earth. He says, who is in heaven? He was talking to his disciples and he says, I'm in heaven. What happened? He brought this heavenly realm right here. While I'm on the earth, I'm caught up. How does that happen? Your eyes open. You can see. It's all here. If you get this, you will understand the kind of power that works within you. Because he says the same light that shone from the beginning is now shining in you to illuminate your darkness. Why? So you can see. This is why Israel, in Isaiah 6, God said to Isaiah, after he said his sins are forgiven, he says, go tell them. They will see but not see. They will hear but not hear. When was their eyes opened? When the kingdom finally came. Their eyes were open. So what's happening now? They are willingly ignorant. Like the people, 2 Peter talks about, the people that just held on to the law, while all that they held on to was fulfilled in front of their eyes, they wouldn't receive it. So we need to go and see, where did this cloud now come from?